Hello everyone, welcome back to the Roundtable. My name is Tom, and you already know I'm all over She-Ra and the Princesses of Power Season 3. So guys, here's the thing. I really liked She-Ra before, and I recognized that the show was growing and building over time, and I genuinely believed that it would only get better over time, but honestly, what I just saw was beyond my wildest expectations. It is insane to see the place this story has gone in less than a year, and people who reach for justifications not to watch it are honestly robbing themselves of something great. So with that being said, let's dive into what they just did. This season dealt with a lot of internal and intrapersonal conflicts and developments that contributed a lot to the overarching external threat, which was Hordak's plan to open a portal to his homeworld and bring an army with firepower unlike anything Etheria has ever seen. Which right away when that was introduced, it was obvious that portal would be opened, because you don't introduce the potential of a threat without realizing that threat for the protagonists to engage and overcome. So the story of this season is first an arc leading up to that happening, with the puzzle coming together from Entrapta needing to find what specific First One's tech will make the portal work. Then Adora, in her search for answers about who she is as She-Ra, discovers that her sword is the key to the planet which can open that portal. Then Catra captures Adora, so Entrapta and Hordak can use her sword to open that portal, and that's opened by Catra, but by the time this all happens, we still have 2 episodes left in the season, because it doesn't connect Etheria to Hordak's world. Entrapta's simulations would end up showing that if they open the portal, then it would create a wormhole causing space and time to collapse in on the planet. But by this point, Catra was so driven by resentment towards Adora, Shadow Weaver, and the rebellion as a whole that she didn't care what it took to destroy them. She was willing to do anything, even if it meant watching the world burn and going down with it. So Catra got rid of Entrapta before she could warn anyone about the portal and opened it herself, opening up an alternate reality taking place right after the beginning of Season 1 when Adora joined the rebellion. But this is different. Instead of becoming She-Ra and joining the rebellion, Adora stayed in the Fright Zone to realize her position as Force Captain with a successful invasion on Thamor, the town where she originally turned on the Horde. In addition, back at Bright Moon, Glimmer is happy with her father Mike is still alive, and Bo is the royal apprentice historian, just like his dads would have wanted him to be.
He's a historian here? Well, that doesn't matter.
Basically, this is a reality that from a certain perspective is perfect. A reality devoid of interpersonal conflict for each of the main characters. There would have never been a divide between Catra and Adora, because Adora would have never become She-Ra and joined the rebellion. Glimmer and Queen Angela would have never had to confront the tragedy of Micah's death, and Bo wouldn't have to live a double life behind his father's backs. But things aren't right, partly in a literal sense, and partly in a deeper sense, because we see how important those conflicts are in shaping these characters into the best versions of themselves. Without becoming She-Ra, Adora would have thoughtlessly wiped out a village of innocent people, with it assumedly being the first of many. If Adora never left the Horde, then Catra would have never been driven to be the strong and irreplaceably valuable force that she would become. If Bo went along with his parents' expectations of him, he wouldn't have pursued archery or inventing the way he did, or come out of his shell to become the unapologetic midriff-showing goofball that we all know and love. Without living in a world without her father, Glimmer would have never had to take the initiative to be the stubborn and active princess that brought together the Princess Alliance when everyone told her that she couldn't. But in the literal sense, time and space are breaking down, and everything in their world is collapsing, so Adora has to try and remember what's going on to piece together where to find her sword, with only the guidance of
"You need to go back to the beginning. You need to find the sword. That is the only way this will stop."
But once she finds her sword, someone will have to go inside the portal and shut it down.
But whoever shuts the portal down can't leave. They'll be trapped between realities, possibly forever.
Adora tries to search for this herself as the world around her warps her to different landmarks from her memory based on the situation. For example, when Shadow Catra, or whatever we're gonna call her, found Adora and they confronted one another, they warped to different places that Adora associates with Catra, including Princess Prom and the Fright Zone. Adora has to overcome Catra and her feelings towards Catra. The feelings of guilt and regret over the fact that she had to leave her behind to survive on her own in the Fright Zone, but realizing that she shouldn't feel like that's a responsibility that lies solely on her shoulders. Recognizing how badly she wanted Catra to come with her and join the rebellion so they could take on the Horde together and stay as a team. Recognizing that it hurt her that the most important person in the world to her wouldn't follow her on her destiny just as much as it hurt Catra to watch Adora leave. Adora needed to realize that she isn't responsible for Catra's pain, that she did everything she could to avoid making her feel the way she feels, and that it's not right that she should be made to to feel like she's responsible for what Catra became, when Catra's own decisions are what led her down the path that she's on. Then by making this realization, and with an assist from Queen Angela, she achieved the clarity to go back to the beginning and find her sword. And then this is where Angela ripped my entire heart out. When Adora was captured by Catra, Glimmer and Angela got into an argument because Glimmer wanted to use Shadow Weaver to go save Adora, but Angela insisted that it was too dangerous. In response, Glimmer would tell her mom,
"We have to do something! You would see that if you weren't totally paralyzed by fear!"
So in this moment where Adora tells Angela that she has to go into the portal to fix everything and she's not coming back out, Angela admits to Adora that she's a coward. That Micah was always the one to deal with the conflicts that threatened Bright Moon that she was too afraid to face, and as a result she lost him. And now her daughter takes after her father in the same way, and as her mother, it's not right that she has sat back and let Glimmer do the things that she's too afraid to do herself, justifying that she was just being responsible to hide her own fears. It's not right that a bunch of teenagers have had to take responsibility and make the hard decisions while she has, as Glimmer put it, sat back being paralyzed by fear. But now that she has witnessed how Adora has made difficult decisions and followed her moral compass even in the face of fear, she knows that she has to step in and be the one who is brave for once. Angela closed the portal so Adora could go back into reality and save everyone as She-Ra. Then I assume that everything with the portal created a shockwave that was able to be tracked by Hordak's home world based on the final shot of an unidentified figure saying,
"So that's where you've been, little brother."
As the camera pans out to see an army of ships. Meaning that in the next season, we're probably going to see Etheria invaded by Hordak's home planet, and as a result, She-Ra and the Princesses of Power are going to have to rise to take on that threat. But until then, what is your reaction to Season 3? Did you enjoy it as much as me? Let me know in the comments below, or you can hit us up at Roundtable Vids on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or find me at TommyPQM on Tumblr, Twitter, and Instagram. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and make sure you share it with your friends. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit subscribe and click the bell for notifications so you never miss a video. To go above and beyond in supporting the Roundtable, you can become a channel member by clicking the join button down below or pledge to us on Patreon. I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you next time. See ya!